Welcome back. You're watching the SIAC Football Media Day and Luncheon on the SIAC Digital Network, and I'm joined by head coach Greg Ruffin of the Paine College football team. How you feeling?
Partly cloudy, but fair. Yeah.
Listen, obviously the conversation when you're talking about Paine College is the fact that you guys are playing football for the first time in a long time. You're actually heading up this program, but you're not new to this. You did this actually one time before at Shaw. You also did it at Lincoln University. What are the expectations? What do you have to do when you're starting a fledgling program really from scratch?
Number one, you got to have support. I think our administration has been very supportive of our efforts in terms of giving us the budget to put the foundation, in play to be able to move this program forward. So,
how hard has it been to recruit? I've been recruited before, and I know that it's a lot of competition, obviously.
Right.
How tough has it been to go into a young man's living room and sell his parents and the kid on Paine College?
Well, it's not been a tough sell. I think because the way we started the football program last year in terms of going club, we were able to give some young men some opportunities that maybe was a partial qualifier. So here's a kid that if he comes to us, he can play 5 years, but if he goes somewhere else, he can only practice that year. Now it's kind of tough now because I got a chance to play some of those kids, and it worked out. But I had one kid. I sent him in the game. I said, "Hey, I want you to go get vicious," And then like 30 seconds later, the kid was standing on the sideline. He said, "Coach, Vicious is not in the game," But other than that, we've been able to move the program forward.
Talking right now to Greg Ruffin, head coach of Paine College. All right, talk about what your philosophy is going to be for people that don't know. What are you planning to do offensively? What's your scheme going to be like defensively?
Offensively, we're a pro-style offense. We want to be able to play action, quick game, run the football, we want to be able to, move the chains. And defensively, we're going to be a 4-2-5 attacking style defense. So, we want to be able to get first downs. We're going to huddle up. I think having a team that's in its infancy, we're not, in retrospect, trying to put ourselves in a position to get in a no-huddle spread. I say, we're not going to get nowhere in a hurry. We're going to slow the game down and play good sound football.
You just, when you said that kind of, jumped out at me. Everybody's running a spread offense now, and you guys are going to run more pro style. Are we even going to see some I formation at times, maybe?
That's the foundation of what we do offensively, and everything else derives from that. But we're going to formation people. We're going to be a team that's going to run ISO. We're going to run power, and we're going to run it out of various formations. But we're not going to get away from being a pro style offense.
Followers of the SIC, obviously everything's new surrounding Paine College. Give us some names or some guys at particular positions that you think are going to make big plays this year that people are going to know after it's all said and done in 2014.
Well, I think offensively we're looking at a kid named Don Quarles. He's a 6'3", 215-pound receiver. Austin Beamers, Danny Wagamuth, Harry Jones, to name a few. On the offensive side of the ball, we're still trying to put ourselves in the position to find out who's going to be our guy at quarterback. Lorenzo Hammond's FIU transfer was our quarterback last year, but we are bringing in competition. Want to see some kids compete at that position. Only had one healthy quarterback in the spring. And so, you still got to put the pressure on them to be able to know what you're going to get out of that particular position. So that's our relatively unknown right now, who's going to be our quarterback, and we're going to push those kids this summer and have a quarterback battle.
On the flip side, you guys don't have a lot of history, obviously, but it's got to be exciting for young kids to come to a brand new program and really make a name for themselves and the school.
Yeah, and I think, to get back to your other question, defensively, when you look at, those young kids coming in, you have a Vincent Thomas, a kid out of Florida plays linebacker. I think arguably we may have one of the best secondaries in Division II football. We have a Andreas Worthing, we have a Patrick Pretty, we have a Daquan Richardson, defensive line-wise, we have a Steven Sawyer, we have a Stephen Wright. We signed Eric Wright, who had 13 interceptions last year in the state of South Carolina out of Somerville. So I'm pretty excited about what the future holds from a talent perspective.
know about that program, Somerville High School in the Low Country of South Carolina.
Right.
Well, Coach, talk a little bit about expectations and what you're going to preach to the kids early on the onset this coming year about the program and what you expect and how you expect to get it done, even though you're young.
Right, and we're not as young as people think. I mean, we probably have at least 22 to 27 kids that are over 22 years of age. I mean, you know, we were able to go out and give some transfers, give some kids a new lease on life. So we're going to be older than your average first-year football program. And, you know, I think what we're trying to do is put the kids in a position where less is best. You know, we don't want to do so much so early that they're confused and they can't perform to the level we know that they're capable of. You know, we want to get off the field on third down. You know, we want to keep our penalties to a minimum. We want to be a disciplined football team. We want to get first downs and keep the chains moving on second down. And, you know, of course, first downs equal touchdowns. So, and that's going to be our theory as we eat into that clock and shorten that football game.
Coach, good luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Head Coach Greg Ruffin of Paine College. Once again, you're watching the SIAC Football Media Day and Luncheon. You can check us out at the SIAC, hashtag SIAC, and SIAC.com. We'll be back.